How JSX is used in React components. We use JSX in React components as nested elements and JSX as an attributes. We also gonna take a look on JSX styling, JSX comments and its naming conventions. Let me demonstrate you with a simple example of each topic. Now what is nested elements? If we want to return more elements, we need to wrap it up with one container element. However, we are using a div. Inside, we have a h1 tag. So a div as a wrapper for h1 and p tag. Which allows you to add components as children of other components. This is nested elements. So what is JSX attributes? JSX use attributes with the HTML elements same as regular HTML. JSX use camel case naming convention for attributes rather than standard naming convention of HTML, such as class in HTML becomes class name with camel casing. You can see I have a class hello with font color as red in my style.css, which I'm giving as a class name hello, and you can see my font in red color. The class styles are applied to this element. So we can also use our custom attribute in JSX. For custom attributes, we need to use data hyphen as a prefix. Data hyphen demo and in quotes. In JSX, we can specify attribute values in two ways. One is as string literals and next is as expressions. So we can specify the values of attributes in double quotes is representation as string literals. As expressions, we can specify the values of attributes as expressions using curly braces. 20 plus 25, 45. The value that is added in between the curly braces will get evaluated. This means that operations such as concatenation or addition will occur. JSX. Instead, we can use conditional ternary expressions. In this example, variable number is equal to 1. So the browser will render. I'm writing the conditions inside curly braces. Number equal to 1. True, else it will be false. Since the number is equal to 1, so the browser will render true. If you change some other value, consider it as 5, you can see it is as false. JSX styling. React always recommends to use inline styles. To set inline styles, you need to use camel case syntax. React automatically allows appending px after the number value on specific elements. For example, when you add a font size font, so you have to give it in a camel casing, giving 100 or a 10, 20, the px is appended automatically after the number value, which gives you the font size as 20 pixels with a font color as blue. So this following example shows how to use styling in the element. I have declared a variable myStyle with a font color blue and font size is 20 and make it as an inline style to my h1 tag, and thus whatever styles I have given in my variable is applied to my HTML element. You can see the font colored blue with 20 pixels. When writing comments, we need to put curly braces when we want to write comment within children section of a tag. It is a good practice to always use curly braces when writing comments. It is a consistent practice too. So comments say it is a styling component example. So according to the application functionality, the comments can be added. Naming convention, HTML tags always use lowercase for the tag names, while React components starts with the uppercase. You should use class name and HTML for as XML attribute names instead of class. When a class name is given, you can see it in camel case. Since JSX is JavaScript, identifiers such as class are discouraged as XML attribute names. Instead, React DOM components expect DOM property names such as class name, HTML for respectively. The main advantage of JSX is it provides us with a nice clean way to express React elements in our code that makes sense to us and it's immediately readable. That's all about how JSX is used in React components.